What's up, Raptors fans? Welcome to the Warriors Report. It's time to talk about the Raptors and free agents they could potentially look to target in this year's free agency. Now, this was a name I've been thinking about a lot lately, which is Isaiah Hartenstein. Now, I like him for several reasons. I think he fits in with a lot of what the Raptors are doing, which I will break down for you guys in today's video. So I put a highlight package together. I'm going to break his game down for you, as well as talk about some of the statistics and what makes Isaiah the perfect target for the Raptors in free agency. So if you're ready to watch this video, guys, make sure to hit the like button. We nearly hit the 100 likes in the last video. We nearly missed it. So let's get to 100 likes for today's video. And if you want to hit the subscribe button as well, that'd be very much appreciated. So with that being said, let's get into today's video. Now, as you guys know, I do like to give out shout outs on my channel, and for today's video the shout out goes out to Bruce Nolan. So Bruce, thank you so much for supporting this channel through likes and comments. It is very much appreciated. Now let's break down his game for you. I'm going to show some highlights here and let's jump right into it. All right, guys, let's start this highlight package by highlighting Isaiah Hartenstein's passing ability. You'll notice here he makes a nice little read, gives it to Terrence Mann, but this all starts with Isaiah because he's demanding the ball from Reggie Jackson. As you'll see in just a moment here, he's asking for the ball, quickly gives it back, sets the pick, rolls to the rim. Now he actually has Luke Kennard open right here, which he's looking at, which throws off the defender a little bit, and he makes the nice little pass to Terrence Mann and gets a nice little assist there. Now this is a similar play. He rolls to the rim, makes a nice little left-handed over-the-shoulder pass. I like to call this the hockey assist because he gets his teammate involved, he gets his teammates open looks, and ultimately leads to an easy basket for Luke Kennard. Again, nice pass by Nicholas Batum as well, makes the extra pass, and there is the three-pointer by Luke Kennard. Now let's talk about Isaiah Hartenstein's defense and his shot blocking ability as well. You'll notice here Terrence Mann gets kind of caught up in a pick and roll, but thanks to Isaiah's quick ability to think and this quick reaction, he makes a nice little block. As you'll see, he sees Isaiah last second, he makes a nice little block, a quick recovery for him as well. And I want you to take a look at this next play. I'll let you guys watch it and I'll break it down for you here. Now, this looks like a spectacular block, which it is, but it's also because Isaiah does a great job of playing this pick and roll, which a lot of big men struggle with. He doesn't commit to the on-ball offensive player. He actually kind of gets pinned by his big man. I'll play this one more time here for you guys because he's doing a great job of backing up to prevent the alley-oop lob threat potentially for right there. And then as he's backing off, you'll notice he does a good job of, he almost gets pinned down by the big man, but he rolls around. His athletic ability allows him to make that block. He has a quick reaction as well. So this is just one of the several reasons why I like Isaiah Hartenstein. And as I talked about, guys, he's a really good shot blocker, and I wanted to highlight this as well. Now, biggest differential between expected and actual field goal percentage within 6 feet of the rim. So this is 5 or more field goal attempts defended per game. And you look at some of these names here, these are absolutely spectacular defenders. And look at those percentages of Isaiah Hartenstein and where he ranks among some of the best defenders in terms of big men at the rim. Now, obviously, he's doing a really good job of protecting the rim because 11.3% is a really good percentage. And you got to remember, this is 5 or more field goal attempts defended per game, which is great. And again, within 6 feet of the rim, the Raptors need a rim protector. Now, I'm not saying he's going to block 4 or 5 shots every game or even 3 shots, but sometimes it's not some of those statistics that show up on the stat sheets like blocks. It's a lot of the other things that actually alternate shots, and I think Isaiah is a really good player the Raptors should target. Now, of course, I'm going to highlight his stats here as well for you guys because I feel like he's a perfect bench player for the Raptors. Not only is he a good passer, which the Raptors definitely need because their lack of ball movement isn't that great. I mean, let's be honest, outside of Delano Banton, Scotty Barnes, and maybe Pascal Siakam, they don't have a lot of passers. As good as Fred VanVleet may seem in terms of statistics-wise, he's not known for his passing ability. So I think adding Isaiah to the bench just adds so much to this team. Now, taking a look at his highlights here, I should say, excuse me, his stats. You take a look, he's not putting up spectacular numbers, but that's also because he's only playing limited minutes. He's playing 17.9 minutes for the Clippers. He's got a spectacular field goal percentage of 62.6. Now, three-point ball, he didn't shoot a lot of, but he still hit about 46.7%. Now, I think it's one of those things you have to take into consideration. He's only 23 years old. He's got potential to become a good three-point shooter. The Raptors have the ability to turn non-shooters, as we've seen with Pascal and Scotty, into good shooters. So he has that potential if the Raptors do sign him. He has the potential to shoot more threes, and Nick Nurse will definitely give him the green light to do so. And I think he just fits in with the Raptors so well. Again, you take a look at some of his stats here. He's a decent rebounder. I wouldn't say he's a great rebounder, but as you see with the assist column there, 2.4 assists is pretty good for the limited minutes he does play, and 1.1 block per game is pretty decent as well. Now, taking a look at some of his advanced statistics, this is what I am excited about, guys, because taking a look at some of the statistics like defensive and offensive box plus minus, you'll see he's got a box plus minus of 4.5, which is amazing. I mean, just absolutely spectacular for a big man. But what I really wanted to highlight about his advanced statistics here is you'll notice his win shares is 5.5, which is spectacular. Not only is his offensive win shares great, his defensive win shares are amazing as well. I think this is the most important part because it's when you sign a player, you have to talk about how many wins would that player add to your team. And he's added 5.5, 5.5 wins to the Clippers team, which is spectacular, which would actually rank him sixth on the Raptors, behind obviously Pascal. You got Scotty, you got Fred, you got Gary Trent Jr., excuse me. Then you got Chris Boucher, and then you got Isaiah. So I think that is a big aspect of Isaiah's game that goes unnoticed. Sure, I mean, the stats are great, but when you take a look at the advanced statistics, he's obviously adding a lot of wins to your team. And I just think he makes so much sense for the Raptors because I don't see Isaiah Hartenstein being a long-term solution for the Raptors center. If I'm being honest, obviously he does have some faults. He's not a starting center. He's not a starting center by any means, but I think he solves a lot of issue in terms of being that rim protector. He's about 7 feet. I believe he's about 255 pounds, so he provides a lot of good size. He moves his feet well, and I think he won't interfere with Precious Achiuwa's development. That's the big thing for me personally. If I'm the Raptors management and I'm looking at signing centers, you don't want one that's going to interfere with Precious's development and potential, because I really do believe this when I say this. His potential is off the roof. He's a future starting caliber center, and I think the Raptors hope to develop him into that. And I even think you could play Isaiah Hartenstein with Precious Achiuwa. I mean, Precious is obviously improving in terms of three-point shooting as well, and then he's got the passing ability, so he's obviously going to get other guys involved. Precious loves to cut to the basket, and of course, we got Delano Banton as well. You can see him cutting to the basket, so I just think he would add a lot to the bench. I know people talk about us needing a point guard that can pass. I think you add some passing ability, you add some shot blocking from Isaiah Hartenstein. You also had a good bench piece, which the Raptors need. So I think he checks off three things there. When you talk about the Raptors needing a center, some ball movement, he can do that. He can protect the rim as well. And he's a good defensive mobile big. So I think it just makes so much sense for the Raptors to sign Isaiah Hartenstein. And I think he won't be very expensive in terms of a lot of the centers around the league. When you take a look at what they're able to do in terms of abilities, I think he fits in perfectly. He fits in well with their timeline. He fits in with what the Raptors are doing. And I think he would be a really nice addition to the Raptors. He's a good defensive player as well. So what do you guys think? Do you think the Raptors should pursue Isaiah Hartenstein, or do you think the Raptors should go after a starting caliber center? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. And as always, guys, I do have a trivia question for you today. And that trivia question is, which team was Isaiah Hartenstein drafted by? Was it A, Cavaliers? Was it B, Mavericks? Was it C, the Rockets? Or was it D, the Clippers? So whoever answers this trivia question correctly first in the comment section gets a shout out in my next video. So I just want to thank you guys so much for your support, for watching this video. If you guys enjoyed it, you can follow me on Instagram. It's the Warrior Report. Twitter is Warrior. And that will be it for today's video, guys. So thank you so much for watching, and I hope you guys have yourselves a great day.